We're live. Hey, hello, everybody. Skipping the intro today because we got a lot to cover, man. We got a lot of stuff going on.
Live from the Motel 6.
Yeah. So you're probably wondering, and while we're telling you this story, go ahead and pop in and say hello and tell us where you're watching from. We are in a hotel. Nothing happened to our RV
No.
yet.
Yeah, no. Hopefully not.
There's some really bad storms coming in. They're coming in late tonight, early in the morning, and it's not going to be like just one of those things where a storm really quick rolls through.
Yeah.
If you're in the middle of the country like we're at in Missouri right now, you're probably seeing it too, where these storms are going to last 12, 15, 18 hours.
Yep.
They said probability of tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds, and wind gusts up to 80. I said 80 miles per hour. So we don't want to be in our RV for that.
No.
There is a little shelter there, but it's like the little laundry room and the little bathroom, but they're so tiny and there's so many people in that park that if they all go for it at the same time,
we crammed in like sardines.
And we do have family here. We're here visiting family.
That's why we're here,
But either not enough room in the inn or they live in a house that's not any safer than our RV. So we chose to go ahead and stay. It's not like you're popping in for an hour or two. You know, if you're staying for 12, 15 hours, it's a little bit of inconvenience too. So we just chose to stay in the hotel room.
Be more comfortable
tonight and tomorrow during this whole deal.
Yeah.
So that's why we're in a hotel room. That's why the RV is not behind us.
Yeah. It's across the street. Though,
it is.
We're
right down the road from the RV, so we're close to it. And it basically, however hard the storm hits us here, it's going to hit the RV park about the same because it's right in the same trajectory, same path.
Yep.
We'll say a few hellos here, but we got a bunch of stuff going on that we want to tell you about. So Melanetti is here and Wayne is here, the hillbilly Hilton. Hi guys. Sarah. Tell Jalapeno we said hi. Yeah. Jalapeno is her little beardy.
And he's getting so big too.
Scout's here with us in the hotel room. He's over in his cage. David is in here. David, Laura, Chad. Hi Chad. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Wayne, I already said hi to Wayne. I said they're packed up and ready to get out for the weekend, so that's cool. Steve from Avenger RV Adventure, what's up, man? Good to see you. Those Trek and Thick Pins are in the house. Yes. Finally getting their RV worked on and finally going to hopefully be back on the road here soon.
Goodness, I hope so.
Live, laugh, love, travel. So I'm seeing a lot of our patrons in the room too, so it's good to see all you guys in here tonight. Happy to have you, and we're gonna have a good time tonight because we're gonna get the stuff that I forgot last week or last month out of the way early, and then we'll get into the Q&A. So I really want to get into the Q&A because that's where we had fun last time. We had a lot of fun with it. So Steve's here from North Carolina. Hey Steve, how's it going, man? Rick is in here.
Rick, hey.
N1 Uno. The Brazen Brents are in here moderating for us tonight. We appreciate you guys. We're going to talk about them here in a second too. We got an announcement for their channel, which is going to be very fun.
Oh, Mike and Martha.
Hey, M&M Travels in here. And Amy's here. Yeah, a bunch of patrons in here tonight. Anthony's in here. Ivan is in here. R&J Travels. They were out at the Cadillac Ranch today.
Yeah.
We got to see them on volley.
Couldn't find their sticker, but I expected that.
It's painted over.
Probably painted,
yeah. Cindy's in here. Good to see you, Cindy. The Venturesome Couple. Hey, guys. We're going to see you in a few weeks up there in Indiana at the Alliance Rally. We're looking forward to that. Rob is in here from Canada. Rob and Wendy. Hi, guys. Patrons again. A bunch of patrons. Joseph's in here. He's on Patreon with us. And John is in here. Hi, guys. Good to see everybody here tonight. But we did pop on to Bali like not too long ago and kind of remind everybody we're going to be on tonight.
Yeah, because it's not our normal night.
No, it's not. And it's not a normal night because we're in town visiting family. And
we're working around their schedule.
Yeah, so they some members of our family wanted to meet tomorrow night for dinner. So we're going to do that. We actually have a niece who is getting braces on. And so tomorrow night's her last opportunity to eat wherever she wants and eat whatever she wants. So we're going to take her out.
In her face.
So we're going to take her out for her last meal.
Yeah.
And Barbara is in here. Pam Graham.
Pam, girl.
Good to see you guys. The other Barbara Brown is in here. A couple Barbaras. Yeah, a bunch of people in here tonight. Awesome. Great to see everybody tonight. So hold your questions. We're going to get to the questions here in a little bit, but we're going to go to the announcements first, and I'm going to get out of the way all the stuff that I screwed up.
Forgot last month.
But first, we have a major announcement. We're going to talk about this again later on, in case people are popping in later. But you asked for it. You got it. Scout shirts.
Yes, I'm so excited that he was able to create me this shirt that I said, this is what I want to make it happen. It's Scout's birthday month, so I said this would be the great time to debut the Scout shirt.
Yeah, I am posting a link in the chat there to our shop where you can go get your Scout swag and everything else. For the next 6 days, everything in the shop is 20% off. So we put a discount on there to debut Scout's shirt. We're going to show you a picture of it here real quick.
I hope you like it.
And it is Scout in a pocket. So on the left hand side there, you'll see what the shirt looks like, and then
that's a close up.
There's a close up on the right of him sticking out of the pocket. Now I would say this is actually Scout.
It is.
We did a photo shoot.
He was such a good boy on this photo shoot.
Yeah, he
couldn't have asked for better cooperation.
Yeah. And if you're watching this on a replay and for some reason the chat is not up, because it does that sometimes, as soon as this video is over and it posts down in the regular description of the video, there will be a link for our shop too, so you can go get your Scout swag. We actually debuted it earlier today on Patreon, and I think some people already went and grabbed their Scout t-shirts before we actually announced it tonight. So that's very cool.
Yeah.
I was excited to get the Scout t-shirt out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look so cute on it.
The next announcement is our good friends over at the Brazen Brits.
Yes.
Lawrence and Natalie are going to be having a very cool meetup.
Yeah, and I wish we were still out west so we could go.
We would definitely go if we were out there, or if we weren't already planned to be going to the Alliance rally. We would probably head back out to Vegas just for this.
Just for that,
because it's going to be super cool. So let me show you this. They're going to have a meetup out in Vegas, and they actually rented out this big suite where they filmed The Rain Man and The Hangover. So it's like a movie set and a hangout all in one.
Yeah.
So very cool. These guys are going to have such a good time. If you haven't seen the Brazen Brits, go over into their channel. And I think Lawrence is probably going to drop a link into the chat here to their channel, and a link to the actual event.
Yeah, there's a sign up.
Yeah. And again, if you're watching the replay of this after the video post, a link to that will be in the description of the video as well. So if you're anywhere near that area, within a few hundred miles, you should make the drive and go hang out.
Absolutely.
And if you haven't seen the Brazen Brits, you go watch a couple of their videos, you'll see why you should go hang out with them.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, very cool.
Real quick, the Hedishes.
Hey, the Hedish world in here.
Hello.
Guys. Good to see you guys.
They're with their granddaughter. Erin. Remember, she was so excited to get to Indiana.
Yeah, there's the link. Lawrence just threw it up in there. If you want, Lawrence, if you guys want to throw a link up to your channel too, you can toss one up there so people can go watch some of your videos. But yeah, very reasonable price to the event and hang out in this awesome suite.
Yeah.
So definitely take advantage of that. So I'm going to pop over and remedy my screw up from last month.
Yes, please.
Because I didn't put up the graphics of the thank yous for the super chats and the super stickers.
Yeah.
And so I will do that. So the first couple that I'm going to show are from March, and then the next ones after that are from April.
Well, if you forgot to do it last month, it's
February and March.
Yes, there you go.
I'm screwing it up again.
I'll fix it. I'll fix it.
So thank you, Amy Jones, Steve, M&M Travels, Hedish World. That's from February, I believe.
Yes.
For the super chats and super stickers. And again, every super chat, super sticker, 100% of it goes to our next veteran donation. And we're going to talk about that here in a second too. This, I believe, was from February also. Profound Seeker, David Sarno, and Wayne and Lorraine. Thank you so much for that.
Absolutely.
100% of your donations going to veterans. And then we had the private donations through like PayPal or directly from Amanda and from John. So thank you guys for that. You're going to see a couple of these names again because there's lots of folks that donate almost every month. For the March ones, thank you again, Amy Jones, Pam Graham, and Profound Seeker. We've seen those names before, so thank you guys for that. We appreciate it. There's a couple more, M&M Travels, Venturesome Couple, and Mark. So I think a lot of you are actually in the room tonight. So it's cool that you're here so I can personally tell you thank you for your donations. And then for March, the private donations, We have Jerry and Teresa over at Happy Place Diaries. Great channel, and what they do is they take a portion of what they make on their channel and donate to us to make the donations that we give bigger. So thank you guys for that. And again, Amanda, Michael Fan on there, and then John Zellers. Those are all frequent flyers pretty much of people who are always donating. So thank you guys so much. 100% of that is going to go to the next donation. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to tell you much about it because it is already arranged. It's already set up. And actually, by the time we do our next live, that donation will be done. The video will be up. So you'll be able to see it. So the next time we go live, we'll actually be talking about that donation. And I'm super excited for it.
Oh, I am too.
Because it's unlike any other kind of veteran donation that we've ever done before. And we are hoping that you like it too. So Sherry's in Vegas. Sherry's going to go see the Brits. And we got to meet Sherry when we were in Vegas. So if you don't want to go meet the Brits, go meet Sherry.
That's right.
Sherry's worth hanging out with.
Exactly. That's awesome.
So that's the next donation. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to talk. Between the last live and this live, we've met up with a ton of people.
Yeah, we did. More than I remembered, really.
And there's
watching you put this together, I was like, wow, we did see a lot of people.
There's some funny ones in here. Some funny ones. We got a good crowd coming on here. So there's Steve and Tammy. We got to meet up with them. We've met up with them before.
Almost a year to the day.
So we met up with them out at Bay Landing out at Thousand Trails and got to hang out with them. And then when we parked out at Bay Landing, we parked next to another alliance, which happened to be the Figs, which they are the Figueroas, but they said, hey, call it the Figs. So that's what I'm going to do. And then
we'll see them at the rally.
We will. And at the same park, we got to see Joe and Cheryl. Cheryl's a veteran. Army, I believe.
Army veteran.
And so we got to hang out with them, and we got to meet some of their friends. Very sweet couple.
Awesome they people. Had friends come by.
And then you probably saw them in the room when we were just talking about them. This is R&J RV Adventures, and they are out on their way to Zion right now, which is super cool. And so we got to go hang out with them, have dinner with them. They are a YouTube channel also, so make sure you go pop over and look at some of their videos. Like I said, they're on their way to Zion, so they're going to have some pretty cool, interesting content coming up.
I'm looking forward to that.
From there, so go check them out. And this next one is hilarious because we got to meet a guy named Roy, and him and his wife both enjoy our channel, but she was out on a girls' night. So she wasn't there, and she was like a little upset that she wasn't there. So we took a picture with Roy, and we were going to post it up here. And I didn't want Becky to feel left out. So I just cropped Becky in. So Becky's there. But she wasn't there.
She was with us in spirit.
So this is Roy and Becky. Roy's a very cool guy, and I'm sure Becky's a cool girl too. But we didn't get to meet her, but we did get to hang out.
We had a great time with Roy.
It was very fun. I hope you enjoyed that picture, Roy and Becky. We got to meet up with Ray and Kathy again. Out at Tawakoni.
We got to play pickleball.
For the first time
with them.
Pickleball. It was very cool.
They introduced us to pickleball.
And unfortunately, they're still stuck because they had a lightning storm out there, and it kind of fried some of their stuff. But they're getting it worked out.
Slowly but surely.
We got to meet William, who I served with in Iraq. I didn't know William very well, but we had some mutual friends.
Quite a few mutual friends
that we served with, and we met formally after we served together, and so we knew we were coming through Texarkana, and that's where he lives and works, and so we got to stop and see William. Very cool to hang out with him. We got to meet Jim over in Little Rock. Jim is a Marine veteran, so very cool to see him and hang out with him. And as soon as we met him,
he's on his way to Branson, or he should be there.
He's in Branson now. And he was talking to us, and he was asking us, had we met up with a channel called Heddish World? And we had, but it had been a long time. And then the next day, the Heddishes are coming through town. So we got to meet up with Heddish World again. So we got to meet up with Heddish World again. They were staying out on the Harvest Host. So we got to go hang out with them. And you see the goats behind them. So we had to hang out with the goats.
And we had a good time at their Harvest Host.
We did. It was a lot of fun. Let's see if we got any. Oh, there's Lenny. Lenny's here.
Hey, Lenny.
Natalie's here. Natalie says she wants to play pickleball. Oh, man.
It's fun. It's really fun.
It is. It's
we
a lot
had a
of
good
fun.
time, and we were a little sore the next day.
Yeah. So the next announcement that we have is we hit one of our goals on Patreon.
Yes.
We had a goal of 50 patrons on Patreon,
Mm-hmm.
and we said that if we hit this goal of 50, that we were going to start doing live streams once a month, exclusively on Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we're at 54 patrons.
Yes.
And so we're going to start going live exclusively on Patreon once a month.
Yeah.
We're still going to be live once a month here on YouTube, so
Mm-hmm.
don't worry about that. It's not going away.
Yeah.
It's just going to be in addition.
It'll be a shorter, more intimate
Exactly.
live.
Yeah, and
Patreon.
And so we put a poll out on Patreon for all those folks to see what day they wanted to do it. So we're going to do it they wanted to do it on a Monday, because that's what day of the week. So Monday was the majority.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do the first Monday evening of every month. So same time, 7 p.m. Eastern time, but only patrons will get a link to go and join us live. So if you're not a patron yet, go over there and join us, and then you can join in on the lives. The first one's going to be on May 2nd. Monday, May 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be live exclusively on Patreon. So that'll be fun too. Dear admin, click the symbol. I don't know.
Oh.
Is the donation thing not working? I know that I don't know if YouTube itself was having issues, but I know YouTube Studio
was having trouble.
So I don't know.
But it's up there. But
oh, I see one. Okay, there's
that one. Thank you, Amy.
Yeah, where is that thing? I can bring it up. I gotta go further up.
There.
So maybe it is working. Thank you, Amy. We appreciate that. 100% of that's going to the next donation.
Yeah.
Well, we've already got the funds allocated for the one that's coming up. Yours will go to the one.
To the next one. Yeah.
After that, because we've already got the set amount for this next thing and stuff. But we'll take that and lump it into the following one. So thank you. I know it's been a while, and the reason that it's been a while is because we were when we felt like it was time and we had enough money, there was nothing really close by.
No.
To donate to. So.
And then an opportunity presented itself.
It did.
Not a good opportunity for the situation, but an opportunity to make a donation.
And we knew it was a few months out before we were going to be in that area.
So I kind of felt it was meant to be, that something not so good happened and we can make it better. So that's what we'll do.
Exactly. Thank you, Amy.
Yes, thank you very much.
We appreciate it. We're going to get to the Q&A now, and we're going to start with some questions that we got from our patrons. We always give them priority, and it kind of gets the ball rolling for the Q&A too. So, but if you have a question, definitely post it in the chat there. And like normal, if you can, put the question marks before your question, because that'll pop out. It's easier to spot in the feed there. But we are going to.
Adventuresome couple said they just made it 55.
Yay! Awesome. Can't wait. So once we get off here, I'll send you guys an invite to Volley too. And, you'll like that. You can hang out with us over on Volley. Yeah. Not going to get into details of that. We just did a video on that. So if you want to know what Volley is, it's included in Patreon pledges of $5 or more per month. And then you basically get to hang out with us in real time anytime you want. So it's pretty cool. That's the gist of it anyway. Yeah. All right, here's the first question. Okay. Oh, do you do your own maintenance on your tow vehicle? No. Absolutely not. No, I don't want him touching our vehicle. The little bit of vehicle work that I've ever done was not on diesels. Yeah. So I'm messing with it. No. We drop it off and we come pick it up. Yeah. That's what we do. So then that was Live, Laugh, Love, Travel. So thank you guys for that question. They had another question. So what do you feel is your best produced video? Oh, Lord. I'm sure that's way hard for you. It is hard. I like all of our videos. I think they're all awesome. Because not necessarily your favorite produced turned out to be a good video in the analytics part. I actually think that some of our most poorly produced videos have the most views and the most action. And some of the ones that I take the most time on and work really hard on and I think are really, really great, just don't do well. Yeah, exactly. But I will say that our favorites are always the donation videos. Yes. And they never do well. in the analytics, and they always have the lowest amount of watch time and views and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just the nature of it. People want to see drama and they want to see chaos and disaster and stuff. So I get it, but yeah, even though those don't perform well, we're gonna keep doing it, keep rocking it. We want to make sure that you guys see that where the money that you donate actually goes.
See where all your donations go.
Yeah. Next question: any update with Scout on the Lacy Act legislation? Not yet. No, they're still waiting for that thing to go to the Senate floor. I don't think it's a priority right now. So hopefully it'll just drag out. Yeah. Yeah,
because it'll at least buy us more time.
Yeah.
To figure out if it's bad news, what we'll do. So.
Yeah. I'm going to try to roll through these ones that we got through Patreon real quick because I see some comments popping up there that we need to get to and probably some questions and stuff. But John wants to know if you had to come off the road today, where would you put down your roots?
Today.
Yeah, I'd say it would have to, if I had to narrow it down to one location, I would rather have two locations, like one up north, one down south.
Yeah.
But if I had to narrow it down to one, it would either be somewhere in Florida, South Texas, or Arizona, because I'm done with the cold. Done with the cold.
And I agree, yet I lean towards the South Texas only because Texas still leaves you kind of central to visit other places.
That's true.
You can, you're not terribly far from Florida where we got family. You're not terribly far from the West Coast. It's not terrible to go north, and hit those.
There's pros and cons with all those places are really, really hot in the summertime. Yeah. And, you got hurricanes in Florida, and you got hurricanes in South Texas, and then Arizona is just like stupid hot. So I don't know. I like the central time zone better than the east time zone too. So that plays a factor too. So good question, John.
It is.
I don't know.
But most likely more in Texas, I would say.
Joseph wants to know, have you looked into Starlink internet for RVing? I know that people are starting to do this.
Starting to get more people with it. Yeah. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued.
I am intrigued, and I'm a research guy. I'm not just gonna go buy it. So I did see that Traveling Robert got it. I haven't watched his video on it yet. If he's done a video on it, I saw a post on Instagram where he's holding the box and stuff. Yeah. So I don't know if he's actually using it or how it's working or not.
Yeah. You're gonna give it a little bit.
And we've met a couple people on the road who are using it, and we've heard all good things. But I want to see it play out for a little bit before we take a bunch on that.
Dump a bunch of money.
Because the monthly fee is not terrible, but the initial purchase, so
but we want it.
Chad wants to know, he said, trading in a travel trailer but needs new tires, what brand of tires should I put on it before trading it in? I would say it kind of depends, Chad. I think are the tires completely wore out, like they won't roll? I would let the dealer
change them.
I would try it in, if it still rolls, and you don't have to take it very far to get to the dealer to trade it in. I would let the dealership deal with that.
I would,
because
you're not going to get your money out.
Putting tires on it, you're not going to get any more trade value out of that.
No,
thing.
I wouldn't imagine.
If it'll roll, I'd roll it, and if it
became an issue at trade-in, then you could.
I would put
do something.
Whatever I had to get on those to get it to the dealership. And then let them mess around with it, or let the new buyer mess around with
it. But if they're halfway decent, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Amy wants to know if you have a washer and dryer in your RV. We do.
Absolutely.
And it's the stackables, even though they're not stacked, because in the Alliance they go on one side of the club and the other on the other. But we do have it. We love it. We use it all the time.
I love the convenience.
It's great to not have to use a laundry room and be at the mercy of others and worrying about what they're putting in the machines and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's just so convenient to have in the rig.
Yeah. Ray and Jen from Raising Adventures. How do you use your black tank flush? Valves opened or closed. So what they're basically talking about is when you do your black tank flush, is the valve open? You just letting the water flow out through the hose, or you're letting it collect a little bit before you let it build up in the tank and then open the thing and let it all come out. And yes, I do both. So
very anal.
Yeah. So I'll try to make this answer as short as possible.
You're anal about the black tank.
So basically what I do is I go out there, I pull the thing, I hook up the flush, and I turn it on and I let it run until it looks clear to me. And then I will close the valve. I'll close the valve until the water fills up to 2/3. And then I will pull it and let it go out. I do that twice. And then I will actually let it fill up with not even a third. I'll let it run for like a minute or two, just to let a little bit of water build up in there.
Yeah.
After I close the valve for the last time. And that's just so when we take off, that water's sloshing around and knock stuff down. So yeah, both.
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes. And let's go back here and see. I'm gonna go back up and see if we have any. Oh, there's a super chat. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. Super sticker. Appreciate it. And then Natalie's up there.
Oh, thank you.
Testing 1, 2. It works.
It works.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. I'm searching for question marks. Okay, that's where I left off at. So let me see if I see any question marks here. I'm looking for question marks.
I know.
You gotta go fast, man.
Me. My eyes are freaking out.
Oh yeah, Chuck Norris. They're talking about Chuck Norris. Yeah, we just did that. What was it? Texas Ranger Hall of Fame, which was very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good time. Okay. I didn't see it. They're talking about the super chat, but I didn't.
Yeah, I see her comment there that she's hoping through week. I mean, it's not popping up like everybody else. I don't know.
Oh, Venturesome Couple said that they have Starlink.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
cool. Well, you'll have to keep us updated on that.
Yeah. Check it out next month. We'll check out your setup.
Yeah, when we get to the rally, I let us know how it's going.
And Steve said they just raised their prices, which, I mean, they were at 100. I'm not sure what it is now, Steve, but for me,
but if
$100,
it's as great as it's supposed to be, what we're paying for the 2 we have now probably would equal that, so that would be fine. Yeah.
Thank you all for, just doing the super chats, just to test it out and giving us some money to give away to vets. We appreciate it. They want to see Leslie's shirt. Let me get this out of the way so you can see it. Okay. I can stand up a little bit. Dragon Mom with the beardy and a little heart. Yeah. That's my baby. Oh, the Days are here. Hi, Days. Hey, guys. Kay Fink is here. Hi, Kay. Hello. Okay. The Days, I think, just finished their gate garden. Oh, did they? Cool. Yep. Very cool. Kay wants to know, how many times have you decluttered, downsized since going full time? Leslie downsizes about once a week. It's not totally true, but not totally a lie either. Hey, where the hell's my stuff? Well, when he's like, it got downsized. Well, every time he's like, I'm gonna spend today editing a couple videos and get a little. Okay, I'm gonna clean out some cabinets and get rid of some stuff. Yeah, I can't help it. Yeah, I don't like clutter. So yeah, we don't do any major decluttering. Every once in a while, we'll clean out the basement and declutter and reorganize. But inside, Leslie she's constantly decluttering. So. Well, I kind of feel like after a couple clean outs, if I still haven't used something, most likely I'm not. Yeah. It's not crucial to keep. So there's the pro tip from Lenny, and it's so true, man. Don't walk away with that valve closed, because water's still rolling in there. You got that valve closed. Yeah. That's why I always stay out there, and I always have my stopwatch, because I don't want to keep running back in and checking the sensor to see when I'm in a third. So what I did was, the very first time I did it, I turned on the water and checked the sensor. She checked the sensor, and I had my stopwatch going. And as soon as it hit a third, I had her tell me when it was, and that on my stopwatch was 3 minutes and 30 seconds that it got to a third. So now I don't even look at the sensor. I go out there and I put 3 minutes and 30 seconds worth of water in it and then flush it. Yep. So don't have to worry about screwing around, walking back inside, checking, and then getting distracted or sidetracked. I stay out there the whole time I'm doing that, so I don't get sidetracked. And I purposely will stay off the phone. And if I have a Cubs game, even with the Cubs game going, I'll turn the Cubs game off and just pay attention to the because the last thing you want to do is keep that closed and keep water rolling in there. Yeah, exactly. It'd be a crappy situation. Yes. Yeah. Very. Yeah. Hey, RV Traveling MIA Researchers here. Oh, hey. Very good to see you, man. Good to see you. There's not travel bugs in here. Oh, howdy, Wags. I can't wait to see them at the rally too. Yeah, very cool. And where is Scout? I don't know if I can show him enough.
Well, he's being lazy, tired.
He's in there.
Hi. Say hi to the public.
He's up on his ramp, up close to the heat. Yeah. So yeah, that's where Scout's hanging out on the bed. Of course, we'll move him when it's time for bed.
He's going on the suitcase,
the
little folding tray for that. He'll go there when it's bedtime, so he'll be out of the way. But
yeah,
he had a window view today from the bed. That's why he's there.
Joseph wants to know: Will you be putting out a limited edition Wayward Waggs Uranus T-shirt? I'm pretty happy with what we got in the store now. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there. I don't
have to say it won't ever happen.
No, it could happen. I don't want to get too cluttered in there.
The introduction of shirts out.
Yeah.
So.
And once we haven't never taken anything out of the shop either. So I mean, eventually, if something wears out or if it's not selling or anything, or something that we don't want to wear or buy anymore, then we might take it out of the shop.
Otherwise, it'll always be there.
Otherwise, it will. Yeah. And we had one of our patrons today was asking if we were going to have a Embrace the Suck T-shirt.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the moving day craziness
sucks for us.
Sucks. So we have shirts that Leslie bought us that say Embrace the Suck.
It's our travel day.
And we wear those on travel day because usually
you just have to go, embrace the suck.
Embrace.
It's going to suck today. It's okay.
One of our least favorite things. I like seeing stuff and I like seeing different part of the country. I like moving, but I just want to get there and get set up and chill.
If I will afford to have somebody just move the rig for us to every new location and I can just show up and it'd be ready to be lived in, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Make that happen. Okay.
Rob wants to know how much time does it take to edit a normal video? Well, that depends on your definition of a normal video. If it's just us sitting and talking, and it's like a 10-minute video or something, it'll take me less than an hour. I can do it pretty quick. Bang those out. And I have all my stuff in YouTube Studio set up to where when I upload a video, everything's the same. I mean, I don't have to recreate it every time. So it's all, I put the video in there. The only thing I really have to do is create the end cards, and if I want to put a card there somewhere, I put that in. And whatever links that I have that specifically pertain to that video, I have to put in the description. But otherwise, the rest of the description is always the same with all of our normal links.
A typical I can't even talk today. A typical regular going out adventuring video.
Those are a little longer.
Those maybe about 3 to 4 hours, maybe, right?
Yeah, and the reason why those take a little longer is because it's not just us talking. There's like B-roll and different.
And you're trying to find the right music to fit it.
Exactly. And
you'll spend forever. Half that time, it's probably just listening for music.
Yeah, and a lot of times I'm looking for. When I'm out filming and shooting, I've already got a plan in my mind of how this video is going to be laid out. So I'm looking for a very specific beat to a song or a rhythm. So I'm looking at transitioning on beats so it looks better, and I'm trying to decide which clips are going to be in regular speed, which clips are going to be in slow-mo. Am I doing any time warps or time lapses? It gets a little complicated, but 4 or 5 hours, I'd say.
Not terrible.
No, it's not bad at all. I've heard of people who say it takes them an hour for every minute of video. I'm like, we wouldn't be doing YouTube if that was
No, it sounds like a long work. Too much work.
How to scout like the hotel. He's free range, right? His door's open. He can come out if he wants to, but he just.
It's close to bedtime, so he's like in.
Plus, he's like patchy shedding.
He is shedding, and they get in a funk when they shed. They're not their peppy selves anymore.
It's like just barely a step above brumation. Brumation is the life. Done. They're not moving, not eating, not sleeping. He'll still eat and stuff. And
if we make him come out,
he'll come out
and be with us, then he'll be like, fine, whatever, and he'll be okay. But he does great in hotels.
Yeah, he does.
He's so happy.
Yeah.
What?
Really serious and important question. What does Scout think about the whole Will Smith Chris Rock thing?
He was just as shocked as we were.
Yeah, he was stunned.
Yeah.
It's about the same reaction he's having right now.
Same look he has right now is what he looked at the TV when he saw it.
Yeah. Roger said, do you have a water regulator always hooked to your RV? Yes, we do. We have a water regulator that's hooked in the wet bay. I have it hooked directly in there, so the hose goes into that.
Yeah.
I don't have the regulator out by the spigot. I have it inside the bay. And I will also point this out too. When we're doing our black tank flush, I have a separate hose for that, which is just used to flush the black tank. And I do have a water pressure regulator on that hose as well, because these backflow preventer valves in RVs fail a lot. It's easy to break them with water pressure.
And we've experienced that.
And a lot of people don't realize that they should be regulating pressure on their black tank flush as well as their water going into. So a lot of people will just hook it straight up there, blast it, and it might work for a while, but eventually that backflow preventer is going to bust. They're just made out of cheap plastic, or that ball's going to get hung open.
Yeah,
and you're going to have a leak.
That's what happened on the Montana when we had it.
Yeah. But we've had the water pressure regulator on the Alliance, and
we flooded our basement on travel day. Yeah.
And we've been doing flushes on the Alliance since we had it. Just like I did on the Montana, we haven't had an issue because I have the water pressure regulator.
Yeah, exactly.
So great question. Thank you. Any more questions?
Was that a question?
I don't think so.
Go back.
Go back to what?
Oh, no, never mind. Okay.
See, just wasting time.
Whoa.
Wasting time. I'm trying to get through the important stuff here, man. Thank you guys for putting up links, Lawrence and Natalie. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'm looking for questions. If there's any questions,
okay.
Boom. Need to downsize. So hard. Any suggestions? Do it, man. Just do it.
Well,
Band-Aid, man.
If you have the time, do it in phases, like we did.
We had
we
had 3 major phases.
We did that. We were doing little stuff months out.
Yeah.
And waited a couple months and then did another downsize. Waited a couple months and then as it got even closer, we were like, had to get serious. What's absolutely good, but it hurts less when you do it that way. I think if you just say we have to go through everything right now and downsize, well, then that's overwhelming and it's hard.
Well, yeah, and it looks like you're getting rid of everything you own, which you actually are.
I mean, you are, but when we gave it almost a whole year, really, and did it in stages, each one seemed easier and easier.
Yeah.
Because it was getting closer, so we knew exactly what we really didn't need to use anymore could go. And that last clean out was a little harder because it was like, okay, this is
that's
it.
The stuff that you get down to, the stuff that you really have to decide whether you want.
What we say stays now is going in the RV. So that one was a little tougher, but all the ones leading up to that.
First you're like, get rid of that. Oh. And then you get down to the last one, you're like,
cool.
That's a really cool thing.
Yeah, I love that.
I don't know if I want to get rid of this thing.
And then there's that hold just in case. We'll see if it'll fit. If not, then I'll let it go.
Yeah. So it is tough, but I would say, baby steps.
Yeah, it doesn't feel as painful.
And we got a little help too, because we sold our house furnished.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to worry about furniture, dishes. They kept everything. So we didn't have to really worry about it.
There wasn't a whole lot to go through. It was just our personal stuff. But I say if you can do it in stages, it's the best. David
wants to know e-bikes. We have 2 electric e-bikes, which we also have. Looking for travel storage for the bikes. Should I get a bike rack? There are bike racks out there that are rated for that weight because they are heavy. And they are difficult to find bike racks that are rated for RVs and are also rated for that weight, because you can't just get one that's rated for that weight because it's rated for that weight on a passenger vehicle. It's not rated for the weight of an RV, because in the back of the RV, there's a lot more movement going on back there. Especially the longer the RV is, the more movement that hitch is going to have on the back.
Now, depending on how much storage space you have, I would say if it fits in your storage compartment, I would go that route over the rack.
Yeah, but if
you can afford to give up that space, because we tried that. We've tried a couple things actually. We did put them in the 50 or 55 gallon bins.
We did. They folded up and they fit in the little.
But they took up our whole back seat.
Yeah, and we lost our back seat. We had to fold the seats down.
So that was a challenge.
So we didn't like that.
So we did that for months, and then we're like, let's look into a rack. And for a brief time when we had the motorcycle, we had them in the storage.
Yeah.
But our storage was tight with them in there. And it was like a little bit of a Tetris to get them out, because you have to take some things out to get to them where we had them. But it was like a puzzle piece to make it all fit. And I liked it for a while.
Well, yeah.
But then we ultimately went to the bike rack.
Well, and when we bought, and I'll tell you, we bought the bike rack, and at the time, that rack was rated for RVs and for the weight of our bikes.
Yeah.
That's
what it said on the site.
Since then, that rating has been recanted by Thule.
Yeah.
And so our bike rack, which we still use and have had no issues out of, is not rated for an RV technically anymore. Yeah. But we had already purchased it and we already had it.
And
and so that's why it's not on our store. Yeah. That's why we took down the video of it. We don't want anybody to buy a bike rack on our recommendation. It's not rated for an RV and something happened and then they're liable. So we're willing to, we've used the rack for over a year and had no issues. It's still very sturdy. I check it. It's on the checklist to make sure that it's tight every time. And
the bumper part reinforced.
We did. We had some welding done to reinforce the bumper. So yeah, we have a rack. I would say though, if you're going to get a rack, make sure that
it is RV rated. Absolutely.
RJ RV Adventures wants to know who has more, Leslie with wigs or Dustin in hats.
I'm gonna say I will outnumber you because I have a crap ton of hair pieces, but I also have a bunch of hats.
Yeah,
so
I love this.
You only have hats.
I love this Q&A thing, but I wish that I had these questions before so that I could have some pictures because I have pictures in my phone of with her on the bed, just hair pieces.
Maybe the next live we could show a picture of all my hair pieces and all my hats and all the hats.
She's got a lot of hats too.
I do have a lot of hats now, but it's like I don't even know. I have to count. I don't know how many I have. I've got to have at least 12. I'm assuming.
It looked like she had laid out on the bed the other day when I went in there. It looked like somebody just got back from a hunting trip. Dead squirrels all over the bed.
I once though, I would definitely have you beat because I think it was when we were stationed in Hawaii. I had the most hair pieces. I had 23 hair pieces.
She's been doing this is not a new thing.
No.
She's been doing this hairpiece thing
for
a long time.
I did in Germany go natural because
there was no humidity.
The humidity was so low there that my curls did Brillo pad and I had tolerable curls there. But then once we came back to the States, I was like, no, I'm going back to hair. It's just so much easier. I can be ready in 10 minutes.
So that's a great question. We're going to find out the answer.
Yeah.
And we'll let you know.
Yeah. I'm going to count them when I get back to the RV now.
Yeah.
I'm dying to know myself.
Emmy wants to know, are you still thinking about having a rally next year? Yeah, we're going to and I'm not going to say we're going to, but we're going to definitely do our best
to
put something together for 2023. I just don't know where it's going to be. I don't know when it's going to be.
We know where we'd like to, but we got to see if it's even feasible for that area.
We have some family with some medical issues, so that's going to play a factor in it too.
How far away from that state we'll go.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah. So I don't know. More to come on that. And
but we are talking about it regularly. So we're trying to, because I'm a planner. So
he's rubbing
his face is shedding, so he's rubbing his face also. But we are talking about locations and how we would set it up, and we plan to talk to people who have done them and get tips and tricks from them.
Yeah, there you go,
Wagapalooza, that's right.
Oh, here's a good question. I don't even know the answer to this. Gary wants to know how many hair pieces you brought with you to the hotel.
Only this one.
Really?
I did, because I didn't want to pack the whole bag full of hair.
Yeah.
I was like, it's going to be one night, maybe 2 nights. I can just take the one that's on my head now, and I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So I have one. I was good. I packed light.
Good.
Yeah, thank you.
R&J said they store their electric bikes in the rig during travel and then pull them out when they get to the campground. That's a good idea too. Just make sure
lock them up.
Like for us, we have the bike rack and then we have the cover over that, and then we have the in the rack. There's a built-in table locks.
Yeah.
And then the hitch or the rack itself locks to the
To the
2-inch hitch,
Mhm.
and then so the cover
And then
locks.
the cover has the rings at the bottom, and we lock those.
And we don't have the batteries in the bikes.
No,
the batteries are somewhere else. So they really got to put in some work to get our bikes.
And they won't have
And
the
they won't
battery
have the
when they
battery to
get
go
them.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They want them that bad. Rock on.
but I would say though, definitely don't trust a campground. If you have your valuables or your bikes out, lock it up, man.
Yeah, I'm just not that trusting of mankind.
We've heard of
to leave my
people-
stuff out.
Heard of people who have left their stuff out and they're like, oh, I'm on a military base, campground, or I'm at 1,000 trails,
Yeah,
and
it
should be safe, and it's not.
Mhm.
And then they get surprised when they wake up and their stuff's gone.
You get robbed by your neighbor
Yeah.
during Jay's.
Yeah, we were just
Trust
talking
no
about
one.
that, Sherry. We're gonna let you know.
Yes,
We're definitely gonna do a count. We're gonna figure it out.
I'm pretty sure that I have more hair than he has had.
How many more times?
Are you gonna say you will follow the good weather?
And then do the opposite. Man, we're trying to.
Yeah.
We're trying. Actually, the temperature is fine now where we're at. So we timed it
Yeah,
okay for Missouri. Other than when we got here, the day after we got here, there was flurries.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like a 30-degree drop and it wanted to snow.
Yeah,
like,
that
what
was
the heck?
for like just the morning that day.
Yeah, and it warmed up to like
And
the
it
high
was
40s.
good.
Yeah.
But man, I'm telling you, the
But
middle.
today it got to 78 and the sun was out.
Nice day.
But come tomorrow, it's going to be cold and,
Yeah,
80-mile-an-hour wind.
it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, this is just ridiculous.
So,
Mother Nature
so
is-
it appears, Joseph, that we're going to continue
keep making mistakes.
saying that we're going to travel and follow the good weather, and then we're going to continue not
not.
doing that.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we actually got some weather-related video topics and stuff coming up,
Coming up.
which are going to be very fun too.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy it. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mike said they put theirs in the totes inside travel trailer.
The totes are a
Storage
popular
bay is
thing.
big enough. Maybe not perfect, it works for us. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you got to really also decide how important is it for you to have e-bikes.
Yeah.
Because they're heavy.
If you're gonna get your money's worth in using them, then
Yeah.
it's worth. But I got my thing with the totes. Not only did it take up the back seat, 24/7, but I'm weak. And after so many times, like at a place where if we use them, I was like, I can't lift this tote into the car anymore. I'm like, my arms were in muscle failure. I'm like, I'm like, we just have to bite the bullet by a rack because I don't know how many more times I can hoist this.
Because for me, it's like,
Because our truck is high.
And Leslie's like,
yeah, I'm like, I use my head and get it in here. It was a lot of work for me
yeah.
to have to get those totes in the back.
And if she don't get it on the first, then it's like,
yeah.
hey, put it out. Abort.
And I was spent, and I was like, oh my God, it was crazy. So I was like, I want a rack.
Yeah, she almost got smashed by bikes a couple of times.
Well, I mean, the truck is really tall, and I'm really short.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's asking a lot to lift this bike twice because there's two bikes.
Yeah, and I will say there's other thing you got to be aware of too. If you do have the rack on the back of the RV like we have, you have to be aware of when you have to like back into a space. If there's a slope that slants off, your bike might be up
really
here,
tall.
trying to get an e-bike off the rack up
we
here.
have been in parks where we're like, okay, well, we're not riding our bikes here because there's no way we can get them off the back of the truck.
Or it'll back up to like a creek, or there's
It
just falls straight off. So you're just like, well, I guess we're not. Or you got to think about that beforehand and take them off the rack before you back it in. And then when you go
Which
leave,
we never think of that.
no, we're always like parked, unhooked, leveled, and I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not using
no bikes this week. Yes, that happens a lot.
But we are loving the bikes, and I got an accessory. I got an accessory for my bike. It's like a. It's a little mount that straps to my wrist.
It's a wrist mount for the GoPro.
I haven't used it yet.
No.
But and then the GoPro sits on that. That way.
Well, it was a combo pack. It's a one that's a straight wrist cuff with the mount on it.
So I get both GoPros.
And then there's one that's like a glove with the cutout fingers, and then it goes through your thumb and it mounts on that.
So I haven't used it yet, but I think it's gonna be pretty cool because I always mount the the GoPro right on the handlebars. It only gets that one
angle.
So this, when I'm riding like this, it'll get that angle, forward. But then if I want to look off some of the side, I just move my hand or whatever, and it'll pick it up. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's so stoked.
I can't wait to use it.
The little things that amuse him.
Yeah, and whether it's good or not, it's going in a video. And you just have to watch it. Steve wants to know who uses more closet space. Don't blame Scout.
It is literally.
It's pretty dead even.
Dead even, because there's the rack, and we are dead even with that because there is a bar in the middle of the rack. So I'm like, I'll take the left side from bar to bar, and you take the right bar to bar, and so that is even. And then the Alliance has 3 shelves behind all that.
Yes, so there's more room back there.
And I put the little
baskets.
fabric bins in there, and we each have like
2 or 3 or 4.
4 or 6 actually, because there's on each shelf. I think we each have 2 on each
I
shelf.
haven't even been in mine lately.
You probably have no idea what's in there.
I have no idea what's in there.
I have one that's just full of purses, and then I
bet you I've lost stuff out of there during purges that I don't even know is gone.
Probably. But I say closet space is dead even. And in our chest of drawers, we each have 4 drawers.
Okay, that Inquiring Minds wants to know, does Scout have any hairpiece? That would be hilarious.
I might make him a hairpiece.
Oh, it's got to be a mullet, though.
A mullet, little Joe Dirt going on.
Oh, my gosh.
Give him a little shirt that says Life's a Garden.
You guys have given Leslie way too many bad ideas.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be hard to do.
Because he looked so happy with the birthday hat on.
Didn't he? He has a cowboy hat I haven't put on him yet.
Well, she has, but not on camera. And he does not look thrilled with the cowboy hat.
No.
At all. Not happy.
When we go back west, he's gonna wear his cowboy hat.
Oh my gosh.
But I could probably take some extra hair and hot glue it to something and make him a little piece. Yeah. I can do something. Keep giving me ideas though. That's awesome.
Barbara said, do you take the batteries out of the bikes from the rack? Yeah, we do.
Absolutely.
For a couple reasons. Even though our rack is technically not rated for the RV,
the batteries are really heavy.
The batteries are really heavy, so it makes it even more under the weight limit to take the batteries out. Mm-hmm. So I figured the less weight that's back there moving around, the less likely it is to break. Yeah. And for the other reason, if they steal my bike, at least they don't have the battery, because the battery is about half the price of the bike.
Literally.
So it's the most expensive part of the bike. So at least I'd have the battery still.
Yeah.
And at least the bag guy wouldn't get the battery.
Exactly.
So at least I would have
the joke would be on them when they took off with the bike.
You get to pedal this heavy ass e-bike around because
exactly.
It's not going to go.
Yeah. Batteries stay inside. Absolutely.
Yeah, David said they have a 5th wheel and they're thinking about putting them in totes and putting them in the camper.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people do that. They'll put them like in where the slides come in, but they're just right there at the door or whatever. So, yeah.
And we thought about doing that ourselves.
Yeah. Do you have backup food for Scout in case she can't get superworms and he refuses veggies? So we don't keep a ton, but we do have the canned silkworms.
Yeah.
They're like our backup because we don't have to keep them alive.
No, because they're canned.
So they're canned. So that's the backup.
He loves those too.
So if he runs out of live worms, we always have that. And then we always have veggies. And push come to shove, if we don't have any of that, and he gets hungry enough, he'll eat the veggies.
He will. Yeah. Yeah. If he got desperate enough, he'd veg out on his veggies. But the superworms, and because we've been so sporadic all over the country already, I do notice there are parts where I struggle to get him worms.
Yeah.
Whether it's because that kind of area there's a lot of reptile pets. And it's hard to get.
And it always depends on what day of the week they get their deliveries. And it always seems like the day we go in there,
it's not good.
Yeah, they're getting one.
It turns out that
the day after we leave.
Yeah, I have to go usually either on a Wednesday or a Thursday to have my best shot at getting my hands on some superworms.
Yeah. John said he loves the Q&A format. We do too, man. I'm really enjoying this. I dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm liking it a lot. I think we're going to do this a lot more often. It's pretty fun. Maybe some dreads for Scout.
A
Yeah, man.
little Bob Marley going on.
Mm-hmm. A little something, something.
Don't make him a joke. That would be funny. What if he'd hold it in his mouth? Like if I pulled his lip down a little bit, would it?
I'll get it one where he's like half asleep, so he looks like really stoned.
Oh, I should apologize to Scout now for what I'm thinking about doing.
You guys are terrible, man. We didn't have any of these ideas until you guys started this stuff.
I'm blaming it on our people.
Oh, I accidentally picked the wrong thing. There we go.
There
Rob said,
yeah.
Do you get your
Amy said a mohawk. That'd be a good idea.
Oh, that would be cool too. Do you get your GoPro accessories from Amazon? Sometimes. Most of the time, yes.
Most of the time, yes.
If it's something exclusively that GoPro only makes, then I have to get it from GoPro. But for the most part, yeah, Amazon.
Usually when he says, I was thinking about getting this, I pull up Amazon first. Because I'm like, if they sell it or pretty much the same thing, just a different brand, and it will be compatible.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're so getting it off Amazon. I'm not paying the GoPro price.
Yeah. Ivan wants to know what the most favorite place that you've been. Have you ever consider RVing in Canada or Mexico? Yeah, we would. We'd have to look at the rules for Scout.
Yes, I would love to take him to Canada. I gotta know what their pet
rules are.
thing is, because if they're a quarantine country, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And the same with Mexico. I don't know if they'll let me take an exotic.
I mean, worst case scenario, like we're going to be in Niagara Falls this summer, so we're at least walk over to the Canada side.
But yeah, we're camping on the New York.
We have planned at some point to be down in Texas and walk over into Mexico.
Yeah.
So I don't know about the camper. I don't know about Scout, but definitely we want to go.
Yeah.
Explore those areas a little bit.
Yeah, because I'm not separating from him.
Yeah.
Quarantine. Not happening. But as far as our favorite place that we've been, there's been so many.
There's been a lot.
And I've liked so much.
I would say Rapid City, South Dakota, and
Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Kansas City was really good
Kansas City was good too. But we had a ball in Colorado. I don't know if it's because we picked a great time of the year, so the weather was great. There was a ton to do. Traffic was not bad there. I thought being Colorado Springs, it might be annoying, but great. So all around, that was a great visit there.
Yeah. Which one was the most expensive campground that we stayed at, and was it worth it?
I'm going to tell you right now, the most expensive is coming up this summer.
Yeah, when we stay in D.C., we're staying on the military installation there, but it's still going to cost us
almost $400 for a week.
For the week, and that's on a military base.
Yeah.
So, everywhere around there is super expensive. So
I had a heart attack.
Don't know if it's going to be worth it yet, but we really haven't stayed at too many super expensive places.
No.
Honestly.
Yeah, we're anti-resorts.
Yeah.
You know, we don't need all the resort stuff.
We haven't done like a Margaritaville or a big Jellystone or anything like that.
Yeah, we don't do the KOAs.
No.
You know.
Thanks, Becky. Appreciate that.
No, thanks, Becky.
100% of that's going to a veteran somewhere to help them out.
Yay.
Who knew there would be a superworm supply shortage?
Yes.
It's always there.
It has stressed me out a couple times because especially when we were in California, we went multiple weeks where I had no superworms because each time we moved, I checked their Petco, PetSmart, and everybody was always out. And I was like, oh my God. And somebody at the register once told me, you should just grow your own and you'll always have them. And I'm like, I can't give her the whole spiel. I live in an RV. I move every week. It's not possible to grow my own worms, thanks. But if I could, I would.
But yeah, there is an issue.
It is sometimes really hard to get the superworms. That's why he gets waxworms for treats because they're very fatty. So I'm not supposed to give it to him very often, but he loves waxworms. And then the silkworms because they're canned, and I buy them as 3 cans in a pack.
Yeah.
So I usually will stock up, and he gets those whether we have superworms or not because he likes variety. But I always keep like 2-3 cans aside in case the worm apocalypse happens and I can't get any worms.
Hi, Tumbleweed RV Life. Hi, guys. Good to see you here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Rob wants to use aftermarket accessories as opposed to brand name GoPro. Yes.
Yeah.
All the camera obviously is GoPro stuff. I do have the handle, the light mod, and the media mod. It's all GoPro stuff. But like mounts are easier. Mounts can be universal. Yeah, all over. But for for video and quality, yeah, I want the real thing, man.
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
We've had non-GoPro cameras.
Yeah.
You called it the No Pro.
We had the No Pro or the Faux Pro, if you will.
Pro.
Yeah.
But the quality just wasn't as good.
The stabilization on GoPro is unmatched. It's just, you could run at a dead sprint and that thing is just like a drone, man. It's awesome. But
when it comes to accessories, I go cheaper.
Yeah. We're at 1 hour right now. We're going to keep going for just a little bit more. We got a few more questions, so we'll keep rocking it for a little bit as long as you guys want to hang out with us. Apple or Android?
I loved, and I even told Andrea this, I loved at the Tampa show when they did the rapid fire questioning.
Yeah,
to be determined is them. And
that was one of the questions.
And that was one of my favorite questions because so many people are Apple in the YouTube world. And we are not. We are Android. And it was so funny because last month we were up to upgrade our phone.
Yeah.
And he kept telling me he thinks you might want to try Apple. Give it a try.
I do. Yeah.
He was looking at. We went in the store. We played with them.
I played with the MacBooks. I did everything.
Yes, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe we're going to convert. After all this time, we're going to convert.
And then
we walked into Verizon and we left with Android.
Yeah, I don't think I was ready to invest that much money into a new computer. My computer works. So I don't know. It would be convenient for it to be on the Apple platform, and their quality control is good. Their customer service is good. Everything's good, but I'm comfortable.
We gravitate back to Android.
Yeah,
man. We love our Galaxy.
Yeah. Does your new RV pull the same as your old RV? Any noticeable difference? It's almost exactly the same. Man.
Yeah, it's 3 feet longer, but he says that he doesn't notice it. So
no, the wheels, because it's a little bit longer, the wheels were a little bit different. I had to get my pivot point down, but it wasn't off by much, and didn't take me long to figure it out. So it's not a huge deal.
I don't foresee that bigger either because
I think Kate wants to know if we're ticklish. I am. She's not.
Oh my God. He is ridiculously ticklish. You just touch him. See, he gets all defensive. But that's my defense with him is I will come after you. I will take his feet are very sensitive to being tickled. He can't. So when he makes me mad, I go for a tickle because I know I can take him down that way.
Do we have any recommendations for RV GPS unit? No.
Maybe.
We've been using we've been using the Garmin 780 recently.
Just like 2 or 3 moves, right? 2.
Yeah, but it's worked 3 or 4 moves now.
Okay.
But it's been working great. We replaced our Rand McNally because the Rand McNally was, if you saw the video, they were end of life and they weren't pushing out any more updates, and so it was taking us like off road. Yeah. And last thing you want to do is go off roading with a 39 fifth wheel behind.
But our new one, as of right now, has been phenomenal. I love that it will give live updates as you're driving with traffic.
Yeah.
And it split screens it and shows you stuff. So I'm really enjoying that.
Yeah. So have you ever tried a super worm?
Oh my God, Steve! Oh my God, no!
No, but if you go to like those little novelty places and you see like the little worms,
like either chocolate
or
covered
mealworms, they look a lot like the mealworms.
Yeah, it's like a mealworm on steroids. Really,
you can get like the ranch or the cheese flavored mealworms. You can people can eat. They're in those little boxes. Yeah. So they're kind of like that, but I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't do it.
I mean, I could show you what a super worm looks like.
Yeah.
I have them here in the hotel.
All right.
They're wiggly. Very wiggly.
So I wanted to reiterate before we get off here. I want to talk about the shirt.
Yes, the shirt.
The Scout shirt. Hang on.
And we not only did it in a shirt, but we did a sticker too.
Yeah. So the shirts and stickers, they come in men's, women's, I think long sleeve and short sleeve.
Yes.
So there's only a couple of different varieties, but you get them in different colors. And again, after this video post in the description, there will be a link to our shop. And then I think in the comments, Oh, no, Nettie already beat me to it. They put the link up there, so you can go into the store and
Jar and Ginger.
Hey, Jar and Ginger's here. And for the next 6 days, everything's 20% off in the store. Not just the Scout shirts, everything. Anything you want to order in the store, 20% off. So
we're gonna go order the shirts, and I'm gonna send them to my daughter because we're gonna see her soon.
Yeah. And then I also wanted to remind you again that if you're anywhere close to Vegas on May 18th, you need to go see the Brits.
Yeah.
They're going to be hanging out in this cool suite where they filmed Rain Man and Hangover. And so video studio and hang out all in one.
That's right.
Because they're going on a very cool thing area. And so look for the Brazen Brits out there. I wish we could be out there. We're going to be on our way up to the Alliance rally. But definitely go and do that. I don't know if I still got this. No, I don't need to do that. Okay.
One day we'll make it to one of their meetups.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, if you do go out there, you know, we want to see pictures. So pictures of, you know, the early part of the hangout. Yeah. You know, like the pictures at the end of the actual movie Hangover. Yeah. Like keep those pictures private. We don't want to see those kind of pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, yeah, we're a little bit over, but it was cool hanging out. We wanted to stay and make sure we got at least most of the questions answered. If we missed your question, I apologize, but we will be back on next month.
If we missed it, save it.
If you want to see us on May 2nd live, we're going to be exclusively live on Patreon. So go over there and join us on Patreon. And if you join us on Patreon, I'll make sure that you can join us on Bali. And then you can hang out with us in real time.
All the time.
Anytime.
Yeah.
So that's cool. We appreciate the moderators for hanging out with us and making sure everybody was keeping it clean tonight.
Yep. And thank you for the donations, everybody.
We really appreciate it. I think you're really going to enjoy this next donation. I can't wait to share it with you.
It's going to be an emotional one for me.
It is. She's already, her voice is cracking just talking about it.
Just thinking about it makes me get crazy sad.
Yeah, but it's going to be.
But in a good way.
It
sad
is.
In a good way.
Yeah, so thank you all. I appreciate it. Stick around for a few more seconds here. We're going to honor a fallen hero like we always do. Sorry, it's a little bit of a sad story. It always is.
Yes.
So if you can't watch it, I completely understand. But if you can, please stick around. Help us honor this fallen hero who was taken only a couple of months before he was scheduled to come home. Yeah. So we thank you guys, and we'll see you next month, unless we see you in 2 weeks on Patreon.
And wish us luck on the storm.
Yeah. Bye.
Night, guys.